Great. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you.
So I just want to welcome everyone to the I Am an Entrepreneur Business Plan Competition at Eregi Girls High School. The I Am an Entrepreneur program started at Eregi Girls High School this year with 13 girls that were selected amongst the entire Form 3 class through an application process and an interview process. So the girls in front of you took a lot of initiative to be a part of the program this year, and they stood out amongst their other classmates and applicants as very entrepreneurial, confident, hardworking, and committed to being an entrepreneur. So I first just want to start off by giving them a round of applause for being here today. So you'll learn more about them and meet each one of them individually once we start the competition. Now I'd like to thank all of the supporters and judges of our competition today. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to Mrs. Lanzava, the principal here at Eregi Girls High School, for her support for the program from the very first day we talked about it, and her ideas, and for giving us the time to do this program at the school. This is the first ever I Am an Entrepreneur program, and she really helped envision it and gave the support needed to make this happen. So Mrs. Lanzava, thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce and thank our judges. Starting over here on the left here, we have Mr. Wilson Peru. And Wilson is the country director for Village Enterprise Fund. And many of you guys, actually all of you, have heard of Village Enterprise Fund by now and know about Village Enterprise Fund because of the bakery. So in addition to being the country director, he's going to be one of our judges today. So thank you, Wilson. Next here we have Jackie Okanye. And Jackie, as you all know from yesterday, also works with Village Enterprise Fund and Faulu Advisory. And in addition to knowing a lot about microfinance and helping businesses to grow, she's also an inspiration to all of us women out there, right?
Yes.
So Jackie, thank you for coming here today again. And last but not least, we have Roland Emilotto. Roland is the International Training Director for Village Enterprise Fund and is a big supporter of entrepreneurship here at Eregi Girls. I forgot to mention that Roland was on the board of Eregi Girls for some time, and Wilson currently is on the board of Eregi Girls, so they support the school in multiple ways. Before coming to Village Enterprise Fund, Roland worked in the sales, distribution, and marketing departments of Guinness. So knows a lot about business here in the rural areas and also at the international level. So we're happy to have him. And I just want to encourage all of the girls here on a couple of things. So first and foremost, the judges here not only will help today with the competition, but you can use them in the future as resources and ask them questions afterwards about your business ideas or your dreams for the future. So they're all people who have been very successful and, in my mind, are great entrepreneurs, and that's why they're here today. So feel free to use them as mentors as well. Welcome, come on in. And finally, before we start the competition, we'll have a few more words at the end. But before we start the competition, I just want to say to everyone, be free and don't be nervous. The judges here today are all here to support you in becoming better entrepreneurs. So use this opportunity to really work on presenting your ideas, using your critical thinking skills, your communication skills, and confidence that we've been working on. You guys have all done an amazing job up until this point. So just put the nerves away and be free today, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so the way the competition is going to work, well actually before we get to that, let me just quickly come over here to Ann and Morris, who have just joined us. Ann and Morris, as you all know, are teachers here and leaders in the school in one way or another. Morris in the business department, Ann as the deputy. And they've both been very supportive of the program. So I want to just say thank you to you both for all your support and making this program happen. And today the girls are going to be presenting their business plans, and we have a panel of judges here that are going to be judging them. And before we get started, a little bit about the logistics. What we're going to do is each team is going to pick a small piece of paper, a representative from each team, and it has a number, 1, 2, or 3. And that is the order with which you will present today. We're going to do one team presenting at a time. So while one team is going to come, you're going to sit at the front of the board meeting table here and present your plan to the judges. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you 5 questions about your business plan. And we've practiced many of these. And after presenting your basic business idea, each of the judges get to ask you one question, one critical question about your business. So be prepared to answer a question. Even if you don't have the exact answer written in your business plan, be prepared to think critically about the question asked to your team. And then the next team will come in, and then the third team, and then the judges will take some time to deliberate while we're giving a few other prizes from the class that we all know are coming, right?
Yeah.
And finally, I want to announce the first prize. The team that wins the business plan competition, this is the prize we have in store for you. On November 26th, we'll be hosting a technology fair in Busia, where we're going to be highlighting innovative technologies from all over the world. So the first prize, the first place team today, will get to get all of their expenses paid to attend that technology fair in Busia. And we'll announce the other prizes later, but that's what we have in store. So give us your best, and good luck to everyone. So if each one of you can tell the judges and the guests your names, and then one person tell us the name of your business.
My name is Monachi.
My name is Musari Linda. My name is Gertrude Ukok. And my name is Bill Awamach.
Okay, Mona, can you please tell us what the name of your business is and what your business idea is?
Okay, our business idea was to start a poultry business that deals with the rearing of turkeys, and we named our business Epitome Turkey Farm because one of our visions is to become one of the most renowned poultry farmers in Kenya. So we chose the name Epitome because it means the perfect example.
Great. Linda, can you please tell us about the products and services your business will sell?
The products for ourselves will be selling of turkeys and eggs.
Great. Now, Gertrude, we're not going in order now, so this is a question from later on. Can you tell us about what some of the challenges are that you expect to encounter in your business? And you're allowed to refer to your plan whenever you need to.
Okay, our challenges, maybe sometimes, keeping of poultry and predators. We are affected by the predators. The hawks, that type of birds. They normally take off the children, so you're supposed to take good care of those chicks so that they can grow well. And also thieves from around, so you're supposed to make your place comfortable, not allow thieves to get in.
Mm-hmm. And I have one follow-up question for you. How did you learn about those challenges that you expect in your turkey business?
Okay, the challenges, we got them from a nearby farm. We visited that farm and they told us about that. Even the chicks, if you don't grow them up well, they die. So you're supposed to take good care of them.
Great. Good. And just one note, you guys can speak to everyone here in the room. So Bilha, tell me, what business innovations will you guys develop, especially to deal with some of the challenges that you're expecting?
Okay, our business vision that we develop is that to set up in future, we set up a kitchen garden like for planting vegetables for the turkeys, and also to introducing some varieties of birds like ducks apart from turkey, ducks, chicken, geese, and also to use some of the manure into the kitchen garden.
Great. Good. All right. Well, those are my questions. So now I'm going to hand it over to the judges, and they're going to ask you some follow-up questions. And if you feel prepared to answer the question and they don't direct it to anyone, you can consult among yourselves who's going to answer, or if you'd like to ask a particular person, feel free to ask a particular person. So let's start with Roland.
Have you thought about how much money you're going to make in the business?
Yes.
How much money do you think you're going to make in the first year?
We calculated our money using months. In months, and in a month we can come up with a total of 19,900.
Like, what came up into your mind when you decided you want to do the poultry business?
So I'm going to help out with that one. Who wrote the initial, I think two of you initially wrote a poultry business in your applications. Who was that? Mona and Bilha? So why don't one of you take the question about how you decided to start, or why you decided to start a poultry business?
Okay, we decided to start a poultry business where we are going to be rearing turkeys, because in this area, not most people are rearing turkeys. So we saw that if we keep turkeys, we're going to get a market, because not many people are concentrating on turkeys. Most people keep chicken, such.
Okay, I'm interested in the question, in the idea of selling the eggs. Are you selling eggs for consumption, and where will you be selling them? Or are you selling eggs for what? You assume other people will also keep turkeys, or what is it? I want you just to clarify for me that one.
We're going to be selling eggs for consumption.
People eat turkey eggs? How did you know that?
From our market
Because I have never
research.
known it, by the way.
We got that from our market research.
Now, any other questions from our guests over here? We'd like to include everyone, or any last one. Let's do one final question for this group from our visitors or from the judges.
What are some of the challenges do you expect to meet when rearing turkeys?
We are going to face challenges like pests and diseases which will attack those birds, and then we will get challenges like predators those animals that will start eating those birds.
And also stiff competition from the where we would have located our business, and even also labor. At times it varies. You can employ someone to help you, then after some time he or she decides to leave because she feels she can also do the same business like yours in future, apart from staying just around your home doing the same work.
Yeah. And also going to face challenges like seasonality, where people have a high purchasing power at particular months in the year. Then at other times, they're just like that. And other challenges can be like physical damage of the products. For example, the eggs, when they're being transported, maybe the person transporting them gets an accident or something of the sort, and the eggs end up breaking.
Great. Very good. Now I'm going to give you all one last thing to say. Do you have any comments to the judges or anything else you'd like to add about your business? Anything else, or is that it? Okay, great. Very good job, guys. All right, and you can leave your business plan with the judges. Very good job. You guys can call in group number 2. Great. So we'll just start with the left here and introduce yourself to the judges.
I am Ondo Dorin and I'm in a hardware group. I am Biasa Morin and I'm in a hardware group.
Okay, I am Gloria Boko and I'm in the hardware group.
I'm Cherotich Pilot. I'm active member of hardware group.
Great, so we'll start off with my 5 questions, and then we'll move to the judges' questions. So first and foremost, what is the name of your business and your business idea?
The name of our business. The name of our business is Uhuru, and our business idea is to retail a hardware store.
Great. So Beata, what products and services will your business start off selling?
Our hardware will sell items like cement, nails, iron sheet, and fencing wires.
Great. Gloria, what challenges do you expect to face with this particular business?
Okay, the challenges I expect to face in this business is that I'll have competitors from my area, and I'll also have my transport costs and theft from the people who come to buy. Also people breaking inside my shop when I'm not around.
Great. Pilot, what business innovations do you intend to develop or bring?
Okay, the business innovations will be grading our goods and also offering incentives to customers who will buy our goods in bulk.
Great. Where, to anyone can answer this, where will your business operate? Go ahead, Bea.
Our business will operate at Eregi market, that is in rural areas, so that the people around in rural areas, they will come and find the products, because the hardware is not available in the rural areas. Now we shall find the way of selling our products.
Great. Okay, now I'm going to hand it over to the judges, and the judges are going to ask you some questions they have. We'll start this time with Wilson.
When you talk of giving incentives, what do you have in mind? Because when you are usually selling hardware, like something like nails, what incentive could you give to that?
Okay. Talking of incentives, you know, when you're dealing with somebody, it's not a must that you just give something dealing with the same product. You can even give that person a cap, or if you think you cannot give an incentive in substance, you can give that person a discount.
Or a smile?
Jackie.
Okay. Like in the business of hardware, what comes into your mind when you'll be dealing with the community? Do you imagine you're going to be selling, or what comes into your mind in terms of the sales? And why don't we have businesses here in rural, the hardware businesses, and you have them in urban?
First, when I want to do my hardware in a rural area, the first thing that comes in my mind is how will my prices, because in the rural area most of the people are not rich, and so my prices will not be high or low, but will be average, so that everybody, it can be affordable to most of the people.
I think I heard that the name of your business is Uhuru.
Yes.
Do you expect to share this name with any other thing in this country?
Yes.
What?
Okay. Uhuru is a Swahili word for freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And in this country, we have freedom. So we thought of that name because we knew that it will be attractive to many people, and it also gives those people who will be coming to buy in our business a sense of freedom while shopping in our hardware.
Our visitors and guests, I would love for you guys to ask a question if you have one. Any question or not? You want to pass? Morris, I know you have a question. You'll have a good question. You always have good questions. Just one.
Now, you thought about starting a hardware in this region. And then one of the challenges is, I think, the means of transport.
Yes.
What are you going to put? What are you putting in place so that you can be able to face that challenge? Transport.
When we realized, at first, before we thought of opening a hardware, we had to do some research. And on our research, we found out that there are no hardwares here because of expensive transport costs. So when we went to getting our prices, we made sure that in our prices we could add at least something inside there which will cover up for the transport costs we would have reduced for the people living here. And also it is an opportunity. We took it as an opportunity in the market because if there are no transport costs, we know that is the reason because the reason why they are not opening this hardware here. So we thought that will be an opportunity for us to open this market because we'll have less competition here.
Great.
So transport is an economy to scale.
Yes. Good. So now I just want to give you guys one last chance to say anything about your business idea that hasn't been covered in this discussion to the judges.
After finishing our first part of our project, we came up with the conclusion that, and maybe I should read this. It is a little bit. Okay, you said in a nutshell, we are sure that our business idea will succeed since it's very innovative. That it will reduce transport costs for our potential customers. It will also reduce congestion in the road due to reduced transporters of materials from urban to rural. It will reduce overpopulation in urban areas due to reduced rural to urban migration. It will also be profitable, basing on the fact that we will be able to counter competition, such as the one from house thatching grass growers, since the thatched houses will leak during rainy seasons, which we will take an advantage of and advocate for the use of iron sheet instead of grass. We will also establish a good relationship between our buyers or customers and us, which will lead to some bringing to us more customers in appreciation for our good services.
Very good. Okay, you can give the business plan to the judges, and you can call in the next group. Very good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so what we're going to start with, like I said, is I'm going to ask a couple questions about your general business to give them a picture, and then the judges are each going to ask you a follow-up question. And maybe Anne will ask the question this time. I'll give you a heads up this time. Yes, and we'll start with an introduction. So if everyone can introduce themselves to the judges before we begin the questions. Start with you.
I'm White Francisca. I'm the challenger of our group.
I'm Malti Gladys. I'm the treasurer of the group.
I'm Bendi Ratemo. I'm the secretary of the group.
I'm Bonakini. I'm the active member of the group. I'm Tori Tracy Makoha, the assistant chair lady.
Great. So the first question I have for your group, we'll start down here, is what is the name of your business and what is your business idea?
Okay, the name of our business is Ambag. That's the name of the team, Ambag. It came from the first names of the members. So for the letter A meant Amoit, my name, then M, Makoha, B, Beldin, A, Akini, and G, Gladys. Then our business idea is to start producing vegetables in rural areas, then taking them to the urban areas for selling, because in urban areas since most people in urban areas don't own plots, so they can't produce the vegetables. So they depend on the vegetables that will be taken to the urban centers.
Wonderful. So Gladys, what products and services specifically will your business sell?
Okay, our group will be selling vegetables, and these are carrots, tomatoes, onions, kales, and cabbages.
Great. Beldine, this is not going in order, so feel free to refer to your plan if you need to. What challenges do you expect to face with this type of business?
Okay, the challenges that you'll be facing are stiff competition, since most people are producing similar products in the market, like the onions, the vegetables. Most of them are being produced by many people. And then another challenge that you'll be facing is the prices. Some of the sellers will be, let's say, lowering their prices, and then which will make us also so that we can lower in order to maintain the price in the market. So if we lower the prices, we will be making the less profit.
Great. So Yvonne, can you tell us a little bit about what business innovations you will develop to address challenges or make more profit?
Okay, our business innovation will be, we will buy refrigerators to store our products so that they can serve us for a longer period of time during our selling period. And another innovation is that we will develop or we will buy our moneymaker pump so that it can supply us with enough water during the dry seasons.
Very good. Terry, can you tell us about, come up with a fifth question. Where will you be located, or where will you work? Can you tell us about that?
For our business, we will be producing the goods from the rural areas and supplying them to the urban centers, while we'll carrying them the goods and storing them in a store somewhere. Then we will be supplying the goods to the people and institutions.
Great. All right, I'm going to hand it over to the judges now. This time we'll maybe start with Jackie.
The vegetable group. What are going to be your sources of income? You never talked about the sources of income. As in, what will be the sources of your financing? How will you finance your business?
Okay, maybe for us here, when we are still students, maybe we can use our pocket money. We save part of our pocket money. Then after that, we'll be collecting the pocket money. Then we start a business. Maybe for buying, you start by buying seeds, or you can apply for a loan where you can get money to start the business.
Okay, I'm interested in maybe knowing a little bit about, vegetables are perishables, things that doesn't last long. And you say you grow, take them to the market, keep somewhere. I don't know where is this place where they will stay, how long, and then you sell. Have you considered such?
Anyone can try.
Okay, we will store them for those vegetables which take a long period of time. We just store them, and for those which are perishable, we will store in the refrigerators. Maybe to add on what she has said, we've said we are going to buy a refrigerator, and the vegetables like tomatoes, they go bad easily, so we'll store them in the refrigerators to preserve them for a longer period. As compared to cabbages don't go bad very quickly as the tomatoes. So at least it will stay for a longer period of time.
And what if you are aware there is no electricity and you have got a refrigerator?
We'll consider that we are going to put our store where there's near source of electricity.
So are you going to work on this business as a group, or it will be just one person doing the business?
We will work as a group. This is to motivate ourselves. So when somebody is doing something, another one is doing this, we are going to assist each other, and this will motivate us.
Have you looked at what kind of roles each one of you is going to do in that business? And if you can briefly explain to me how you have divided those roles and the reason why you have picked on so and so to do which kind of role.
Okay, to that, we have all of us have skills on how to the first process of planting till the time of harvesting. Like for me, I'll be doing the pumping the water, the manure maker pump, so that we can supply water to the farm. My friend here, Yvonne, will be plowing the land, and also Gladys will also be plowing the land, and then Terry Tracy will be top dressing after we have planted, and then the Francisca will be keeping the records of the cash.
Leanne, do you have a question ready?
I have. Now that you've talked about starting a vegetable business, approximately how much capital do you intend to use in your business?
Okay, we've divided these things. We have startup costs. For the startup costs, these are the money that you use to buy the things that you require to buy only once during the season. So for the startup cost, we had 111,510 shillings. Then there are those expenses that you some of the things that you need to keep on paying for them. Those are ongoing expenses during your productive period. So we got 33,770. Then from the produce, from our products, when we sell the products, at least we were able to get a profit of not really a profit, but the income we'll be getting, it will be 98,500. So we took 98,500 to subtract the ongoing expenses. Then we got a profit of 64,730 shillings during the one season.
And then what do you intend to use that profit for?
Okay, the profit that you'll get, first we have planned that we can buy another, we'll increase the piece of land, we'll buy ours instead of renting. Then we'll buy, let's say, 2 or 3 manure maker pumps so that we can supply water to the farm that we have bought. We also buy cows, let's say 1 or 2 cows, in order to be getting milk and we'll be selling it and get manure instead of going to buy the fertilizers. We also buy the we'll buy the motorbikes in order to transport the products from our farms to the store in order to cut down the transportation cost.
To add on that, is that some profits will also save them.
Any last questions? Okay, so now we've been giving each team just an opportunity to say one last thing to the judges, anything that we weren't able to cover in our questions. Or any final remarks?
Okay, maybe just a remark that I want to make is that during our market research, we come to realize that when we went when we were shown the moneymaker pump, we come to realize that most of the people who are participating in the project were youths. So it was a challenge to us also to start a project that will help us to earn our own living instead of depending mostly on our parents.
And to add also on that, okay, you cannot be that smart in class. You can also come up with an idea after, let's say, your form 4, and let's say you have not passed your exams. You can come up with an idea, let's say, to start up a small business in order to earn an income instead of just idling around.
Great. All right, very good job, guys. I'll be right out to tell you guys when you can come in.
Well, Mark, Roland will finally announce the results of the competition. So I'm being told it's better sometimes to stand, sometimes not always. So like today I will stand, but what I wanted to say is, girls, work hard in your school, your classwork, so that you excel. When you get an A, it's good for you. Most people who do well or go places are those people who have excelled in the academic work. Then at the same time, while you have excelled well, you need also to work hard into the other spheres of life. Like what you are learning here today, entrepreneurship, it can help you. In Kenya, in the past, it has been that you go to school, you get an A, you go to university, you wear a tie, and you feel good, and you get employed. And there is no that employment nowadays. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
So it is better to start thinking of entrepreneurship. And people who have gone to school and have done very well can equally be very good entrepreneurs. People who have gone to school and somehow they have the knowledge and they may not have gotten an A, can be very good entrepreneurs. So that's the only remark I would make before you. Learn very well so that education can take you places. Learn very well so that you don't only think of being employed as clerks, but you also become entrepreneurs. That way, then you are an all-round person and it can help you. Thank you.
I'd like to stand too. And girls, what I'd like to say is that yesterday we said that it is achievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I know it is achievable, provided you're willing to give your step in. And as I said, a journey of 100 miles begins with one step. So go a step ahead. In whatever you're doing, go a step ahead and get it, of which I know and I believe you can do it. What I say is that I was a girl, and if I made it, you can do what? You can make it. So keep on the spirit.
Thank you.
I know now everybody's nervous because we want to know who won and who didn't win. I want to tell you that it was not very easy to just say this is the group which is going to take first position, and this one will take second, and this one will take third, and this one will take which position. No, it was not easy. And the reason is your business plans were exceptionally good. They were so well thought out. They were all detailed. They had high level of innovation in them, and the presentation was good. I tried to look back when I was in this school in 1987 and said, if we had this thing, probably very many business women would be flourishing in this area. Unfortunately, it is starting now. So, if you find that your group is not number one, when normally you do an exam in Form 4 here, you can find 20 girls with the A's, isn't it?
Yes.
and 30 with the B's, and maybe 60 with the C's. So you can have so many people having an A, but you must say there was one who was ahead of the other, isn't it? So all of you did well, but I'll start with the number 3. Okay? No. We had a business that was the most confident business team. And this award goes to Epitome Poultry Business. Can you clap for them? Then we have another business which was more likely to be successful, to succeed. That means that your idea, the judges believed in it. When we tried to use a winnowing fork with it, we found this one, it can be able to succeed very easily. And this business is Ambag. Remember that business with the letters representing the members? Ambag business, Ambag vegetable business. Then came the most innovative business. That was Uhuru Hardware Business. Now I want to look at the overall prices because there is a lot of things we want to tell you about. Poultry business, if you would like to stand up so that we can see you again. The members of the poultry business. Thank you so much for the business plan, the presentation. We would like to advise you to try to sharpen your confidence a bit, and then whenever you are challenged and you are presenting something, please take up the challenge. For example, if somebody tells you in an interview in the future that, do you have anything else to say? We expected you to tell the team that, look, we have turkeys and Christmas is coming. Can you be able to buy 1 or 2? That was an opportunity. Your plan was excellent. It was neatly done. It was exceptionally thought out. And thank you for the opening remarks. I'm sure when you are laying the ground, you saw a smile because you were wondering whether these were university students or girls at Eregi Girls. Thank you very much. Let's clap for them. So they got the 3rd prize overall. And then I want to talk to the vegetable group. If you can stand up so we can see you again. So members, these girls were very, very confident. They have a good plan. They were very knowledgeable. They worked as a team. They mastered all the content. Their hands were almost up every time anybody asked a question. And our advice is, can you just go beyond what you're thinking? When we asked you about the tomatoes and the refrigeration and everything, you just stopped up there because you did not think that if you can put those tomatoes onto the sun, you can sun dry them and you sell them later as sun dried tomatoes and they'll fetch more money. If you ground those tomatoes, they will make tomato paste. I'm sure you like tomato sauce, isn't it? Yeah, so you can think in ways that are not traditional, not just getting the tomatoes, keeping them, and selling them. We call that adding value. The opening remarks from this group was also exceptionally good. I think something that you did was that the members who are on that side, I don't know what you did to them. Whenever you asked the first question, they answered so well. Thank you so much. You won the 2nd overall prize. And now, we want to look at the hardware group, if you can stand up. Even Mwalimu wants to stand up. Now, the hardware group had great content, just like the others. In fact, if you look at our scores for the content, all of us had 3s. Nobody was getting a 1 there. The group was very participative. All members participated well. They paid a lot of attention to detail. They took a chance, and a very, very good chance, to give a summary. This is the group where, when we asked them, can you say something? They actually took 2 minutes, more than 2 minutes, to look at their business plan and tell us what they think we were not asking about. And I think that is an example that you should use in the future. If ever you go for an interview and they say, please tell us about yourself, they are asking you to do a pitch. So talk about your team, talk about whatever you have gone there to do at that particular time. So we thought this group won the higher A, and we want to recommend that they will be the winners of this prize. Thank you very much. I think our role as judges was not to present the prizes and the certificates. We were supposed to declare the, please sit down. Thank you. We were supposed to declare the results, and after declaring the results, we hand over so that the results can be utilized in another format. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Now we'll all be receiving some special certificates today. So before we hand out these certificates, I would just like to give Principal Mrs. Lanzova an opportunity to say some words.
Lindsay, the architect of business plan and the entrepreneur program, our churches, our 3 churches, our visitors, and participants. Good evening.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening once more.
Good evening, madam.
Indeed, it has been a very good evening. It has been a very good evening because to me, this is not what I thought I was going to observe, to listen. And I cannot believe that these are my students who were in the hands of Lindsay for a very short time. I am just mesmerized. The girls have proved that for the short time they have been with you, Lindsay, they have learned a lot. In fact, I'm thinking that he should be one of the teachers on the staff. And we give you the most challenging subject because you seem to have a miracles that you can perform. I have enjoyed the whole thing. Girls, I want to say this. You have all won. I do admire our 3 churches to have come out with the categorization of who was who had an upper A and a middle A and a lower A. If I was given a chance, I think I would not have found it very easy because you are all very good. And I can see great business women in you. And by the way, people who have succeeded in this world are the Bill Gates, who have used their heads to come up with very innovative ideas
to give the whole world what we have from Birken. It is not the kind of people that wear ties like Wilson here. It is those people who go out without ties, but they use their heads to come up with very good, innovative ideas to go great places. The great businessmen that we have in this world did not start with big things. They started with the ideas that you have. And you are lucky to be in this group, because I want you to be very different, and indeed you are going to be very different from the other students. Even with an A, one of you said that when you have not done so well. Great businessmen are not failures in class. If you failed in class, you might not succeed in business. And that is why I want to concur with Wilson that you need to go out and excel in your academic work. Use that knowledge to go out and start great businesses. You may not start with a big business, you'll start in a small way. But from that small business, you can build an empire, a great empire, out of very small beginning. And that's what I want to wish you to be tomorrow. Pass well in your exams and go at entrepreneurship. And there's a degree in our universities on entrepreneurship. Those are some of the great degrees you can take. And then you use the ideas to start great businesses all over this country. I want to wish you the very best with the good ideas that you have.
Thank you.
And Olivia, thank you very much for making this program a success. I am glad that these girls are still here and you are going to continue with them. Thank you very much. Maybe when you have gone somewhere with this group, pick on another one, because everybody wants to join the group. And for our churches, thank you very, very much. Especially Madam, who is coming from very far. Thank you for sacrificing time to be with the girls yesterday, to come back today as a church. Thank you very much. And for the visitors, thank you also for being visitors in this group. Otherwise, I want to say thank you. It was a great evening. Thank you.
Okay, so Mrs. Lendra, I'm going to ask you to join me there to present the certificates in a minute. But before I do that, I just want to kind of add on to a couple things she said. First and foremost, again, thank you to the teachers, and please pass this on to Benson as well for all of your support, because every time we do an activity out of the school, we need a teacher to come with us. And so I know it's a lot of your time that we ask of you to help planning and joining us. But those activities outside of the school, I think the girls will agree, are the best part of the program, right? Yeah. So we really appreciate the time you guys take in your busy schedules. And Mrs. Lansby, I do want you to know these three teachers as well as Benson have been incredibly supportive of the program. So thank you for that. And I just want to make one comment you said about making miracles happen. I have done very little, and it's really been these girls who have worked really hard outside of the classroom. They have all of their classes to prepare for and do their homework for, and they all know they can't slip in their grades, right? You can only go up from where you are if you want to stay in the program. So in addition to doing all of their work, they've been working outside of the class, and they've done a lot of work, and they're the ones who put the time in to make this happen today. So you guys have really done all of the work, and so maybe one day we'll try a math class. They say that they don't like math very much. So maybe one day we'll just work on some math, and I bet you'll see if inside you push and work a little bit harder, you can do math just as well as you can do this business plan competition. And last but not least, I just want to say that before we present the certificates, that we will have many more opportunities to do these business plan competition. This year, we just did one as a team, remember? And they actually could only choose a business that could be done and researched in Eregi. They have many, many more innovative ideas, and so next year in the course, each one will be able to develop their own business plan with ideas that could be done and implemented anywhere. So use this as motivation for those people that want to win next time. There's going to be more opportunity, all right? For the most confident business, epitome poultry business. First, Mukoko Gertrude, please come and receive your certificate. Stand right over there when you're done. Stand right over there with your group. Could, Roland, you have your camera? Could you get...
My camera is dead.
Oh, okay. Okay, no problem. Okay, the second one in the epitome poultry business is Achilla Ramona. Next, Mamache Filha. And Musari Linda. Now do not think you're going away here without anything. I didn't say this at the beginning, but the third place team, you will also be attending a technology fair in Kakamega on December. Where you will get to see innovations from all over East Africa on December 9th, okay? All right, please take your seats. Very good job, guys. Okay, our prize for the business most likely to succeed and do well goes to the Ambag vegetable business. And the first person we have from that group is Mauti Gladys. The next group member is Makoka Terry Tracy. Ratemo Beldin. Akinyi Yvonne. And Moit Fran, how do you say Francisca? I always call you Franca. Congratulations, girls, and oh, yep, here we go. I'm sure you are not surprised to hear, but you will all be attending the technology fair in Kakamega on December 9th. And our prize for the most innovative business goes to Uhuru Hardware. And in that group, one of the group members is Aundo Doreen. I don't know how to say your last name, so I'm just going to keep it simple. Pilot. beaucoup, Gloria. Which I didn't know, but you like to be called Toto? Is that your nickname? I just read that in your bio. All right, and last, but definitely not least, the one and only Beata in Kenya. And for first prize, you guys are going to be attending the technology fair in Busia, where there's going to be over 30 of Village Enterprise Fund's business mentors that you'll also get to meet at that time. So very good work. All right. So that's all we have for today. Just to end again, I just want to say I'm so happy, and this has meant a lot to me. This has made my life in Kenya so much more meaningful. And I'm going to start crying because I cry when I get emotional and happy, but I'm just so inspired by all of you guys. And I just want to say that you have to keep working hard. You know, the way you're going to succeed in life is just working hard at everything you do and giving everything you do your absolute best. And I know that you all have that in you. So I look forward to working with you more in the class, and especially during this vacation that you have coming up. So first work hard on your exams, but then, as we all talked about, let's practice right now during this first vacation, working hard and taking opportunities, and we're not going to be idle. And I really encourage you all to find an internship, or even Mrs. Lanzova said that some of you even have the ability to start your own business. But over this vacation, we'll all commit, myself included, to working hard and learning as much about business so that when we come back, we have something to build off of. Okay?
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone.
Conclude the way Lindsay has concluded, you see, she has not said much about herself, and it's always difficult for someone to say things about herself. Yeah. So we are so grateful for Lindsay, what she's doing for Eregi, and this is not just the last, this should be the beginning. And Lindsay, fortunately, she's here to stay for more than 2 years, actually, until 2020. So we are just requesting her on behalf of the students, especially who participated in today's event, and the teachers, Lindsay, to continue interacting with the Eregi, and I know they will benefit from you. I have no doubt you will benefit from her and the school. And Lindsay should just know we appreciate, and she can go out of her way and do many other things that we don't know. It's like hidden, but she knows how to open them. So thank you very much, Lindsay. And we say, with those few remarks, we come to an end and close our session. Thank you.
Thank you.